Imagine sitting behind the wheel of a massive coupe. In front of you stretches an endless hood. Behind you, bold, inward-leaning tail fins curve like wings. A V8 engine growls beneath your feet, while the interior feels more like a jet cockpit than a car. This wasn't a concept car, it was the Chrysler 300G, a machine that embodied the boldest spirit of American engineering. As luxurious as a Cadillac, yet as powerful as a NASCAR racer. A unique creation for those who refused to blend in. It wasn't built for the masses, nor did it cater to market trends. The 300G existed as a statement from engineers who dared to dream and dared to deliver. In today's video, we'll explore every corner of the 1961 Chrysler 300G, one of the boldest, most unforgettable cars of that remarkable decade. To understand what makes the 300G special, we need to look back at the full journey of Chrysler's pioneering letter series, which began in 1955. The first model, the Chrysler C300, shocked the industry. It was not only the most powerful production car in America, with its 331 Hemi V8 producing 300 horsepower, but also one of the rare luxury cars capable of winning on the racetrack. This fusion of performance and prestige created an entirely new segment: luxury performance. Each subsequent year, Chrysler introduced a new model, labeled by a successive letter: 300B, 300C, 300D. Every generation brought upgrades in power, features, and styling, aiming not just to compete with Cadillac's elegance, but to outperform it in sheer muscle. By 1961, Chrysler unveiled the 300G, the seventh generation and arguably the most refined blend of engineering and aesthetics. It represented the final touch of an era when Chrysler dared to think differently, to defy the norms of car design. Under the vision of designer Virgil Exner, the 300G pushed the forward-look design language to its peak. The tail featured inward-leaning fins, canted fins, a complete reversal of the upward tail fin trend that dominated the era. It gave the car the illusion of motion, even when parked. The front was even more controversial. Dual headlights set at diagonal angles, almost glaring at each other, projecting a fierce, aggressive stance. A reverse trapezoid grille and an elongated hood gave the 300G a face unlike anything else on the road. Its body was long, low, and aerodynamically sleek. Sharp character lines ran down the sides, giving it a muscular presence even though it was a luxury coupe. 15-inch wheels, thick chrome accents, and a wide curved windshield all came together to form a design that felt futuristic and undeniably American. Inside the 300G is a truly unique space, not just luxurious, but rich in technical flair. Chrysler didn't simply build a luxury car. They crafted an experience that felt like sitting in the cockpit of an aircraft. The first standout feature was the swivel seats, allowing the driver and front passenger to rotate their seats outward for easier entry and exit. It was a convenient feature, rarely seen at the time, and today it's a highlight among collectors. The curved dashboard wrapped around the driver with a central round instrument cluster, evoking the feeling of piloting a jet more than driving a car. Buttons were arranged in a symmetrical layout, blending chrome and premium plastics. The interior materials were not to be overlooked: genuine leather upholstery, hand-stitched trim, and bright metal door handles. Features like power windows, power adjustable seats, and climate control were considered top-tier amenities even many European cars of the era didn't offer. The sound system included a 7-button AM radio connected to well-placed cabin speakers, delivering surprisingly rich audio. An optional automatic climate control system allowed precise temperature adjustment, a rare luxury in American cars of that time. Optional automatic climate control allowed precise temperature settings, a rare feature in American cars of that era. But that wasn't even the most impressive part. What truly set the Chrysler 300G apart lay beneath its hood, a 413 cubic inch V8 engine featuring a daring cross-ram intake system. While rivals focused mainly on displacement and peak horsepower, Chrysler pursued a different path, maximizing low-end torque. The cross-ram system placed two 4-barrel carburetors far apart on opposite sides of the engine, linked by long, crisscrossed intake runners that delivered stronger and more balanced airflow. As a result, the standard setup produced 375 horsepower, while the optional version cranked out 400. More importantly, the engine delivered fierce acceleration from low RPMs, something few large luxury cars could claim in that era. Paired with Chrysler's legendary 3-speed torque-flight automatic transmission, known for its silky shifts and near indestructibility, the 300G offered a drive that was both smooth and spirited. And it's through that very driving feel, smooth yet full of spirit, that one begins to understand the Chrysler 300G wasn't just a luxury coupe. It was a machine that knew exactly when and how to unleash its power. Despite tipping the scales at over 4,200 pounds, the 300G could go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just about 7.8 seconds. An impressive figure for 1961, especially for a car over 18 feet long. This was the result of massive torque from the 413 cubic inch V8, paired with the cross-ram intake designed for low-end thrust. Up front, a torsion bar suspension and rear leaf springs delivered a ride that was both firm and forgiving. Whether cruising long highways or carving through sweeping curves, the car remained remarkably composed. The deep engine rumble combined with the long intake runners created a signature soundscape unique to the 300 series, one that resonated with confidence and presence. Every press of the throttle wasn't just acceleration, it was a statement of intent. The 300G was never about spec sheet bragging rights. It was about the feel behind the wheel. And once you felt it, you'll never want to go back to something ordinary. Not only impressive in terms of design and performance, the Chrysler 300G was also a rolling showroom of technologies far ahead of its time. One of the most notable features was cruise control, extremely rare even on Cadillacs or Lincolns of the same era. With a simple switch, the driver could maintain a steady speed on the highway without constantly pressing the gas pedal. Next was the color-coded speedometer, a small yet elegant touch. Instead of displaying just numbers, the gauge changed colors progressively with speed, creating a more interactive, modern feel and improving nighttime visibility. Chrysler also offered a foot-operated radio switch, allowing the driver to change stations without taking their hands off the steering wheel. It was a hands-free solution decades before Bluetooth became the norm. And let's not forget the abundance of electric features: power windows, power adjustable seats, tilt steering column, and automatic climate control, all available, making the 300G one of the most well-equipped American cars of its time. When the Chrysler 300G arrived in showrooms in 1961, it wasn't the kind of car splashed across TV commercials or mass-market billboards. Instead, Chrysler took a different approach, positioning the 300G as a mechanical delicacy for those who truly understood cars. With a starting price of over $5,700, higher than a Cadillac Series 62 and far above mainstream models like the Ford Galaxy or Plymouth Fury, the 300G targeted connoisseurs. These weren't just buyers of luxury, They were seekers of personality in their machines. Typical 300G buyers were business owners, engineers, designers, people with an eye for the unusual, often dissatisfied with what everyone else drives. This wasn't a car built for volume. It was built to leave a lasting impression the moment someone saw it. Though praised for its design, technology, and performance, the 300G marked more of an ending than a beginning. Just a year after its debut, Chrysler began watering down the 300 letter series, slowly transforming it from an elite mechanical icon into a more mainstream coupe. There were many reasons why the 300G and the entire letter series couldn't last. First, market pressure. While Cadillac and Lincoln pursued safe luxury, brands like Pontiac and Chevrolet were releasing cheaper, powerful, mod-friendly cars that appealed to younger buyers. Chrysler was caught in between. The 300G was too expensive for the masses, yet too unconventional for the wealthy to fully embrace like a Cadillac. Its inward-leaning fins and slanted headlights divided opinion. Some loved it, but many just didn't get it. On top of that, Chrysler's strategy in the 1960s shifted toward mass production, favoring cars that were easy to build, easy to sell, and aligned with popular tastes. From 1962 onward, the 300 lost its letter-based identity, and with it, much of its unique character. Though once overlooked by the market, the Chrysler 300G is now among the most sought-after collectibles in the American classic car scene. With limited production, only around 1,617 units built, every surviving 300G is a true mechanical treasure. Well-preserved coupes today fetch between $70,000 and over $100,000, depending on condition and originality. The convertible version, with only 337 made, can reach $150,000 to $200,000 at major auctions like Mecum or Barrett-Jackson. Its value lies not just in rarity, but in what it represents. A time when automobiles were style statements, not just transportation. Collectors of the 300G are often seasoned enthusiasts willing to invest significant time and money to restore the car authentically, from each chrome accent to the complex cross-ram intake system. Clubs like the Chrysler 300 Club International remain active, offering parts exchange, technical documentation, and nationwide community support. The 300G isn't just a vintage car. It's a landmark of American engineering and design, proving that what was once forgotten can return with the glory it always deserved. The Chrysler 300G may not be the most famous car of the 1960s, but for true automotive enthusiasts, it's a forgotten legend. A coupe that was luxurious, daring, and powerful, built not to please the masses, but to win over those who appreciate the extraordinary. It's proof of an era when engineers dared to experiment. Designers broke the rules, and buyers chose the road less traveled. Today, when so many cars look and feel the same, the 300G stands as a reminder that beauty often lies in uniqueness, and bold character never goes out of style. If you enjoyed this story, leave a comment, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. And if you've ever seen, sat in, or owned a 300G, don't hesitate to share your experience. We'd love to hear your story.